Guys and girls, welcome from xplains.com. In this video, I'll be discussing about life cycles of threads in Java. In my previous video, I have discussed about how to create thread, right? I have discussed two methods there. One is implementing your runnable interface, and second is extending your thread class. By these two ways, you will be able to create your threads, right? So in this video, I'll be discussing about how to create your. I'll be discussing about thread lifecycle. You think that Do you think that you can perform on two things at the same time at a particular point of time? Don't say me that I can drink a cup of coffee and I can watch the TV at the same time. I'm doing two works. Not like that. But in real time, you think that suppose your professor gave you two works to complete. That is, he gave two programs to complete by the end of your week. And by the end of the week, if you are struggling with the two errors in both the programs, what does your professor thinks? He'll just get a negative feeling on you, right? So at that time, you'll not be able to do both the programs at a time. You'll be struggling, right? What the error in first program, and after that, checking that only, you'll be shifting to second program. You don't keep two programs in front of the computer and check like this, like a robot. You can check like this and all. You can't do that, right? So in the same way, threads also, as I told that threads can execute multiple tasks at a time. It's true, but there is some limitation there. Threads can execute at a time, but it switches between times. The schedule, you will be having a scheduler, I'll tell you right now. So these are the states which you are seeing on screen here. One is start state, runnable state, running state, block state, and end state. End state is final state. Okay. So whenever your thread is simply you have written your program and it's on there, then the threads will be in start state. Start state means you didn't execute your program. Okay, it is start state only. And next, coming to runnable state. Runnable state is nothing but you'll be having a scheduler over there, and that scheduler checks that if any thread is running in your running state here. Okay, it first check that the scheduler in runnable state check that if any thread is running in the running state, and if there are any threads running in the running state, it will just queues the threads which are coming in the runnable state. Okay, here I have two threads, and just see that T1 is in runnable state now, T2 is also in runnable state now. Since there are no programs executing in runnable state, running state, now my thread T1 will be the scheduler picks the thread T1 and put it in running state. Okay, that's what. And you think that suppose when I am executing my thread T1, I have to perform some input operations. That is, the user have to enter some inputs from the keyboard. Then only your thread will be executed. I have written the code like that. You think that? Then the thread T1 will be in a block state. Okay, it will be in block state then. And when thread T1 is in block state, the scheduler picks another thread which is now your T1 is blocked, right? So it is waiting for the user to perform some operations. So now your running state is Kali. That's what you have a time over there. You can run another thread. So the scheduler in runnable state picks this another thread, that is T2, and put it in running state. Okay, and after that, when your T1 has then T2 process the threads. Okay, and finally again after executing the block state, that is whenever user performs the input operations, again the thread T1 is brought to runnable state. Now it is again waited by the scheduler because T2 is now in running state, right? After it finishes only, the scheduler will be picking the thread T1 and send it to running state. Okay, now thread T2 has gone to the end. Okay, now thread processing of thread T2 is finished. Now you have thread T1 in the runnable state, and in running state you have a no threads are executing. So the scheduler picks the thread T1 and put it in running state. Okay, and after that your thread T1 will be processed and come to an end. This is about life cycle of threads. Okay, I hope you all understood very good. Keep supporting xplains.com for a better world. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.